extra time.
2 घंटे में डिलीवरी, विश यू अ स्पीडी रिकवरी। कोई भी दवा अब नहीं करो मिस, दवाई चाहिए ASAP तो बस एक अपोलो 24/7 डिलीवर करे आपकी पूरी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन सिर्फ 2 घंटों में।
And just another one from me to finish. Can you tell us how good a cricketer you think Ravichandran Ashwin is, and with the success he's had in different parts of the world and against England, whether you're surprised and or?
I think, well, his record speaks for itself. I think he's a world-class player. We've seen him score runs and take wickets against us, and we know how what he's capable of in Test arena. We'll certainly be making sure that we're prepared for the challenges that he poses coming into this Test match, along with other combinations that they might throw at us. But ultimately, it's you can get wrapped up and you can end up playing the player. It's really important that you just play the delivery, you play the situation that you find yourself in. So whoever it is that we face up against this week, it's you play the ball, you play what's right in front of you, not the reputation. And it'd be exactly the same if it is that we come up against him.
How are you feeling coming into this Test? Confidence must be sky high after that win at Headingley.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a brilliant performance. It's a nice template for us to work from. Really, it's a challenge now to go one better. I think from a bowling perspective, I thought we were pretty much flawless. We hit the right lengths early on, and then managed to do that for long periods of time throughout the whole game. And with bat in hand, I think we've grown throughout the series, and certainly that was our best display till now. So hopefully that we can go again and see further improvement in that department as well.
Do you feel like the momentum of this series has shifted in your favour in boxing terms? Do you feel like you have India against the ropes?
I think more than anything, we're very pleased with how we've grown into the series, and it doesn't grant you anything to the back end of it. I think with the game we've worked extremely hard to get to 1-1 in the series now, back to level pegging, and now's where the hard work really starts. So we've almost got to look to go even further, dig a little bit deeper, and really start to almost go through the gears as the series goes on, and keep getting better, keep looking for further improvement along the way.
Do you expect a backlash, a response from India?
Absolutely. World-class side like India, led by Virat, I expect nothing less than a response, and it would be naive to think otherwise. That's why I think it's really important that we don't get too comfortable. We don't think that we've achieved anything to this point. We've just sort of got ourselves back to level playing, and we have to now look to work even harder and make sure that if we find ourselves ahead of the game at any stage, we get ruthless again, and we really drive that winning position home.
And with Wood and Wokes returning to fitness, how likely that they'll feature? Because obviously it would be difficult, I would guess, to change your winning team after that performance.
No, I think the great thing is that to have them both fit and available after the amount of injuries that we have is only a good thing. I think it's really important that we see how everyone pulls up over the course of the next couple of days through the practice sessions, see where everyone's at, have a look at the wicket, take everything into consideration, and then pick the best 11 players to suit the conditions. But it is fantastic to have them both fit and available, and it only adds strength to what's a very confident squad right now.
And Johnny Bairstow will wear the gloves. Is this a big opportunity for him to show what he can do, stake a claim for the wicket-keeping spot in the Test team going forward, or is he just keeping them warm for Joss while he has another child?
Yeah, I think for Johnny, we all know what he's capable of with the gloves. He's done it for a long period of his international career, and he's never let anyone down. He's been his record is very good as a wicketkeeper for England. And I'm sure he'll be really looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity. Joss has been our number one keeper for a long time now, and I think it's made absolutely the right decision to be at the birth of his child. He's got our full support in that, and really hope everything goes well, and he's in a position to enjoy that.
Okay, last one from me. A lot's been talked about and written about the aggression of this Indian team, and we saw that come to a head at Lords on the final day. What did you learn from that, and what are you learning as a captain throughout this series? You've now become England's most successful captain. How much more is there to learn from situations like that?
You'll always be learning. I think I'll certainly always look to learn and try and improve and get better as a captain. But as a team, I think one thing that we took away from that game is that we have to be the best version of our team. And we do things our way, and we don't get sucked into playing anyone else's game. We go about things in our own manner, and we did that in a perfect response at Headingley, and it's really important that we remember that throughout this series. That's when we're at our best. That's how we play our best cricket, and it's really important that that's something that we continue to do moving forward.
You've got a couple of selection debates. One of them is who should replace Joss in the 11. It's obviously Ollie Pope or Dan Lawrence in the squad. Dan has played some cricket for Essex. I think he's out now, but he's actually had a hit, whereas Ollie hasn't played for a while. How have you made a decision on that, and how do you see the balance of power? Or you know what I mean? I
know exactly what you mean. Well, no, completely get your question. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think that the two wonderful players that offer a huge amount to English cricket, and will be looking to take that opportunity. So again, it'd be something that we consider over the coming days coming into the game. You've got Dan, as you mentioned, coming out of a first class game, and Ollie at his home ground. So there's a number of things to consider. Two fine players, and all to be mulled over going into the game.
The other one is the fast bowlers who've played 3 games out of 3 in the series, and have got possibly 2 more over the next 2 weeks. Have you made a decision on whether you might rest Jimmy particularly?
I think it's really important that we see where everyone's at over the next couple of days physically, and it's such a tricky balancing act at the minute. As you say, we've had to deal with so many injuries over this little period, and a number of other challenges as well. And trying to manage workloads alongside performance is in the current climate, the games coming thick and fast as they do is always going to be tricky. You come off a win like that, and the continuity of confidence and trying to replicate a similar performance, balancing that with making sure you don't blow someone out and injure someone is really tricky. So it's something that we'll have to weigh up really well and get right going into the game, and we'll certainly consider everything when it comes to that selection.
Hi Joe, what's pleasing you most about your batting at the moment, apart from scoring a lot of runs?
I think my decision making probably. Till now, touch wood, it's been pretty good. I feel like I've managed the innings pretty well throughout the course of this series, and that'll be the challenge again at the Oval, is to start again. And I feel like I've got a nice balance between attack and defence, and picking up length pretty well. So they'd be the things that really stand out, and hopefully I can continue that forward for the rest of this series and beyond.
India has got a fantastic bench strength in the sense, they have players like Hanuma Vihari, Mayank Agarwal, Surya Kumar Yadav warming the bench. And one of them might just get a call in the remaining of the test matches. So how prepared are you to tackle somebody like a Hanuma Vihari whom you have not seen enough in the recent past, or even a Surya Kumar Yadav who has not played test cricket? So how prepared are you to tackle these new guys if they're thrown at you?
Yeah, we'll certainly make sure we can be. We'll look at all the analytical data, and we'll also take into account the conditions that we'll find ourselves up against, and make sure that we have the right plans in place to counter what they'll throw at us. But ultimately, we're full of confidence. They'll be coming into a series halfway through, which is never an easy thing to do. And we just have to keep applying that pressure as a bowling group and making it very difficult for them to get into the series. So, we'll be confident with that, but we'll be very respectful as well. We know they're, as you mentioned, a fine set of players that you've mentioned there, and all capable of big runs in Test cricket. So we know there's a lot of hard work to do, but we'll be up to the challenge and we'll be ready for that. And I expect a very entertaining Test match once again.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.